What's up, guys? MarkJack79 here, and today we are looking at the Max Factory Good Smile Company Figma, the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Link. Alright, so I got this figure probably about back in 2014. This was actually one of the first fully articulated Link figures that I ever got. So it's definitely one of the most heartfelt pieces in my collection, because I personally really like the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I really think it's definitely underappreciated now, but I do think it's one of the better Zelda games within the timeline or Zelda pantheon. All right, let me see. We go ahead and hop right in and get started. Guess we'll start with his facial expression here. So, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty accurate representation of the character itself. I mean, from the color of the hair to the lips, and you can also clearly see the undershirting right there. You can see the detail on the green tunic to the brown belt, the little metal the belt buckle in the middle there, shadow on the other belt buckle, the chainmail underneath the green tunic, the brown pants, or the tan pants to the brown boots. See the design on the Hylian shield, to the design of the completed goddess sword, aka the Master Sword. It's definitely one of my favorite aspects of Skyward Sword, actually building the Master Sword. It was definitely awesome. But Fi is definitely not one of my favorite helper characters in Zelda games, though. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a spin, see what he looks like from behind. Get a good look at the hat here. It's no articulation in his hat, by the way. So you can see the blue earrings there, hair underneath, glove, the Master Sword sheath, item pouches, boots. Alright, so no, the accessories that this particular version comes with is the Master Sword itself, the Hylian shield, the sheath. Then we also have this swinging sword effect that you can slide over top of the sword, which it would look like that if it was on there. So if you wanted to put him into some kind of a swinging pose, that is definitely possible. Definitely not my preferred pose, but you know, the opportunity is there if you would so choose. He comes with another hair piece. Say for instance he was in a fighting pose or swinging a sword, this hair is kind of his blowing in the wind hair. So again, I mean, just for your own pleasure, if you would so choose to go with that option. And then he also has a screaming, swinging face. Yep, pretty dope. Pretty cool. Alright, Now the hands that he comes with two open palm hands. Looks like two open palm resting hands. It's like two more gripping hands for the sword and the shield, and then two fist hands. So you have plenty of options here. If you were to so choose to get him in a number of different poses. Let me show y'all the box here real quick. I mean, just the same as before. And maybe have the Max Factory Good Smile Company logo at the top. The Zelda Skyward Sword logo in the box here. Figma, it's product number 153. Nintendo seal of quality. Always a plus. Artwork for the figure itself. All the different kind of poses that you can get them in. Japanese writing that I don't have any clue what it says. But like I said, there's one with the sword effect with him swinging it. Some more Japanese writing. More artwork. Yeah. Bottom here, same thing. Alright, so how about we go into some comparisons. Of course, I brought up the Twilight Princess Link 2 for a comparison. Now, if I had to pick one, I would definitely go with the Twilight Princess version of Link. That is personally my preferred style of Link. But this one came out first, so I mean, obviously this is why I have this one. Get another quick comparison of the faces. Tunics, legs, boots, shin guard, high-end shield, and Master Sword look pretty identical. I mean, just the only difference is the Twilight Princess versions is a little bit darker, I would say. Still looks great though, but that's because that game itself just had a way more darker tone than Skyward Sword did. Actually, I'm just now noticing. Looks like the design on the highlight shield is a little bit different than it was in Skyward Sword. I've never noticed that before until just now. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Now, I know it will probably never happen, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing a Girahim in this size scale. I think that would be pretty cool. But I just don't think his popularity level ever reached the significant amount to get his own figure, though. And same with Demise. I think he would probably make a pretty awesome figure too, and give us some more display options with these figures. But again, I just don't think his popularity ever reached anywhere near the level of a Ganondorf. I think my own personal favorite boss battle from Skyward Sword was definitely Kaluptos. It was the big gold monster with all the swords and stuff. I love that battle theme song was amazing. If anybody remembers that, definitely probably one of my favorite Zelda fight/boss themes of all time. But I think if I had to make a guess, maybe eventually we'll get a Zelda, perhaps, because the only Zelda that I currently have in my collection from this game is this Skyward Sword, a mini fig here. So obviously it's definitely no size comparison on these two at all. But I mean at first the only Link figure that I had was the Link Taki figure. So obviously this the Figma figure was I replaced the Taka figure in my main collection display when I first got this one in, but it's still nice to keep this one. just to know where we started at when I first started collecting figs. Alright, well, other than that, I think that is going to wrap it up, guys. Now, I got this figure off of eBay, like I said, probably at least about 4 or 5 years ago or so. I think I paid $49.99 for it. I've seen him on Amazon for like $42.39, but I've seen him on eBay go for as low as like $30 now. So if it's definitely a plus between the two figures, because this one still is a new release and you're going to pay at least $55 to $60 for this guy, but this one, I mean, it's not. But I mean, like I said, this is my preferred link, but I mean, if you're just wanting a cheaper figure with the same amount of quality, I mean, I'm sure if you do a little bit of hunting, you can find this one for at least $30 or maybe even cheaper. So other than that, like I said, I think it's going to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for watching. If you feel so inclined, hit that like button. And give me a subscribe if you're interested in The Legend of Zelda, Mario, Star Fox, Metroid, Dragon Ball Z, Marvel, Star Wars, Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, anything of that nature. It is going to be coming up. As always, thank you for watching. This is Mark Jack 79 signing out, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later, guys. Bye.